Alright, let's unpack this. So, Red Apple Media, the company owned by billionaire John Catsimatidis, is expanding WABC's reach on Long Island with a new FM translator. On the surface, this seems like a routine business move, but if you dig deeper, it's a masterclass in modern media strategy. Personally, I think this isn't just about radio signals. It's about political influence, market consolidation, and the quiet war for audience attention in an era where traditional media is struggling. Let me explain why this matters so much. First off, why spend $400,000 on a tiny FM translator in Medford, New York? Because in radio, geography is everything. By sniping this signal, Red Apple isn't just filling in dead zones. They're targeting a 86-mile stretch of Long Island, a region packed with suburban voters who skew conservative. WBC's lineup of right-leaning talk hosts isn't accidental. It's a calculated play to dominate a demographic that's hyper-engaged with political content. What many people don't realize is that radio isn't dead, it's just evolved into a niche weapon. The numbers back this up. Despite having a fraction of the listenership of top stations, WBC still ranks number 5 in the market. That's absurd efficiency. They don't need millions, they need the right millions. But here's the fascinating twist. This expansion isn't just about Long Island. Red Apple's been quietly buying up signals for years. WLIR-FM, WRCR in the Hudson Valley. Each acquisition feels like a chess move in a larger game. From my perspective, they're not building a radio network, they're creating a right-wing media ecosystem. Think about it, AM signals have range limitations, but FM translators are precise, localized, and immune to the static of traditional AM. By pairing AM with FM, filler stations, they're bypassing the weaknesses of old-school radio while keeping the advantages, like that addictive live talk format that drives loyalty. It's like guerrilla warfare for the airwaves. Now let's talk money. The $400,000 price tag for W243S sounds steep until you realize how cheap radio assets still are compared to TV or digital. For less than $500,000, Red Apple just locked down a 2-county market. What this really suggests is that local media is undervalued in the streaming age, but only if you're not thinking politically. Conservative audiences still trust radio hosts more than any TikTok influencer or YouTube algo. This isn't nostalgia, it's strategy. And the Hudson Valley deal dragging on? That's probably not a coincidence. Regulatory hurdles are a smokescreen. The real battle is about negotiating control in markets where liberal and conservative audiences collide. But here's the deeper issue. When one entity controls multiple signals across a region, it's not just broadcasting, it's agenda setting. Long Island's Republican stronghold gets amplified, reinforcing echo chambers that shape voter behavior. What's scary isn't the technology, it's the consolidation. If you take a step back, this looks exactly like how media monopolies form: one translator, one frequency, one market at a time. And while the FCC sleeps, companies like Red Apple are redrawing the information map. So here's my closing thought. We're watching the rebirth of radio, not as entertainment, but as political infrastructure. The question isn't whether WABC deserves to grow, it's whether we, as listeners, understand the power of these analog tools in a digital world. Because if you control the airwaves in 2024, you control the narrative. And that's worth a lot more than $400,000.